Do you think we can win the hearts and minds of especially people in the north of Kenya? Can we win this war against terrorism?
You know, once I led a task force on the Truth Commission, and I traveled to Garissa and Wajir and places up north. And I remember one poignant exchange with a woman who asked me, you know, how was Kenya when I went to Garissa? And I said, well, what do you mean, how is Kenya? Are you not in Kenya? And she told me no. She said Kenya begins at Mwingi, you know, and places you know, further south. And so I think this feeling of alienation and marginalization by Kenyans of Somali origin runs very deep. I mean, there were massacres, as you know very well, the most prominent of which was the Wagala massacre, which was committed in the 80s. My Truth Commission task force recommended that a Truth Commission would investigate that matter and perhaps bring closure to it. You know, so in a climate in which there has been opposition between the government and the people have been mistreated, you know, so deeply over many decades, it's very difficult to see that trust developing. The other thing was development. I think I remember when I was up there, I think there were only like 2 or 3 kilometers of tarmac road. Yeah. Since independence. You know, so I don't know why Kenyans, you know, seem to think that that their compatriots in the northern part of the country, you know, should embrace them when they have been so, you know, excluded and mistreated from the fabric, you know, of national life.
It's going to take a while, huh?
It's going to take a while.
Okay. Since last time when I had your good friend Matsanga on the show, I read a couple of your tweets.
Yes.
It's only fair that I read a couple of his.
Yes.
Ready?
As I said, I'm not going to be responding to him, but you can read them.
Matsanga says, Makau Mutua trained the investigators of the ICC who came to look for Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto. He also says, Makau Mutua, with Waki, compiled the Waki list, and now he knows the case is underway.
So let me address another issue of more importance. I am very concerned by the campaign against illegal brews that Mr. Kenyatta has.
Are you just going to just gliding through Matsanga?
I'm not gliding, ignore it. I'm very concerned about you know, the fight against illegal brews. Okay. Mr. Kenyatta does not, as the head of the executive, does not have the authority, the legal authority, to delegate or to instruct members of parliament to implement the law.
He didn't instruct anybody.
He did.
They went on their own.
No, he did. He called them to State House and he told them to go and stamp out
no, he says we have to get rid of this, but he didn't say, you know, he didn't say go and, you know, destroy. My understanding, Jeff, go look at the language used. The language used was that he asked the MPs from Central Province to go and help eradicate the vice. It is not the place of Mr. Kenyatta to instruct MPs to do anything of that sort. After he gave that instruction, several members of parliament, among them Mr. Moses Kuria of Gatundu South and Mr. Waititu of Kabete, I saw them essentially heading up a group of thugs carrying crude weapons, pangas and rungus, reminiscent of the Mungiki, you know, destroying property. You know, this is illegal. It's a violation of the law, and those people ought to be prosecuted. But alcoholism is a problem, let's face it.
Alcoholism is a problem, but the problem, you know, the problem is not alcohol itself. The problem is the individual who are consuming the alcohol. And the question you need to ask yourself is, why are these young men, you know, getting drunk? That's the question. They have nothing to do. The place to start is to try to give those young men, and some of them women, hope, by educating them and by providing jobs for them.